The following segment is brought to you by Charleston Cooks.
Hi, I'm Mark Pollard and welcome to Charleston Cooks. We're located at 200 North Main Street in the heart of downtown Greenville. We are your local culinary experts. Today we have a beautiful, beautiful recipe for you, a Carolina Gold rice Purloo. We've got some nice onion, we've got a little bit of zucchini that we're going to add into this dish. Our knife is one of the most essential tools that we'll use in our kitchen. Be sure that you hold this knife, kind of pinch it between thumb and forefinger. So we'll start with our onion, which is going to be one of the first things we cut. We're going to dice this onion, and the way we're going to do that, very simply, if you look at any onion, you'll notice there are lines here going all the way through. And I'm going to just push right through into those little lines, staying away from the root, about a ½ inch away from the root. The other reason we stay away from the root is to keep it intact, so now it will chop very nicely. Here comes the easy part. This is so easy. I don't have to go sideways. Oh no, just down and forward. A nice rocking motion, keeping the tip of my blade down the whole time, rocking motion down and forward, walking my fingers back, down and forward. When I'm sauteing, we're using an incredible, incredible range here, and this is a Thermador range. And they are a proud partner here at Charleston Cooks. This is Alan White. Alan White is with White's Appliance. You're on 2013 East Main Street in Easley. Alan, how you doing today?
Doing great. How are you, Mark?
I'm just great. Glad to have you with us. We're just about ready to add our onion, and we've already got some nice sound going on there. I'm just going to give it one little quick stir, and I'm really going to forget about it for just a minute. I'm going to add just a pinch of kosher salt. We hear our onions. They're starting to get translucent. You can see it now as we're starting to be able to see through it. Our next ingredient, we've got to add some garlic. Now, I don't know a dish that isn't better without garlic. Can you smell that now?
It smells great.
The neat thing about the garlic is just let it cook for about 30 seconds until it becomes fragrant. Now we're ready to do the next step, and that is this wonderful rice that we talked about before. I love to put this rice in here. It's just great. There's nothing else in it. Oh my goodness, Mark, what are you doing? I'm putting all this rice in here at one time. Alan, do you know why I'm doing that? Because what I want to do is I want to toast this rice. Just let it sit, let it toast up a little bit until it gets kind of a nuttiness to it, a nice nutty smell. We'll stir that around just a little bit and see it's already doing it.
It's already
doing it. Can you see that?
Yes.
That is gorgeous. I mean, that is a beautiful thing. The next thing we want to add is a little bit of white wine. The alcohol starts to evaporate, and now look at this. This is going to be awesome. I've got a chicken stock here. So, Alan, we're going to get started, and this is where you're going to get busy.
All righty.
Now, I'm going to put some of this in to show you what we need to do. We'll start with a little bit of our stock to begin with, and see we get a good sizzly going on there almost immediately. And you see, it's already accepted that rice, that stock. That's what we want it to do. We want the rice to absorb as much of that stock as we can. So I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more to begin with. Let's add a couple of ladles. What do you think? Go ahead and add me another one.
Go ahead. Okay.
And we'll stir this around. You'll know when to add more stock. It's pretty simple. There you go. All we have to do to add more stock is we want to see it get absorbed in this rice. But the real way that I know it's ready for a little more of that delicious stock right there is I'm going to pull it back like this. Now you see when I pull it back, it fills in.
Right, it fills in,
now.
yeah.
If it's filling in, it's not ready. We're going to teach you now how to julienne. Here's where we can turn you into a knife rock star. Turn your zucchini vertically, just like this, claw, taking care of that hand. Very slowly, I'm cutting little slabs of zucchini. What I'm going to do, once again, tip of my blade down. I've got these lined up. I'm going to make my claw, and now, once again, with a rocking motion on my knife, down and forward, sliding it over, down and forward, down and forward, down and forward, down and forward. Look at that. Is that not incredible? We're going to add this zucchini once we get a little bit closer to it being done. But right now, we're stirring that around. It's looking beautiful. How are we doing with our stock?
Oh, it's looking great.
We are adding about 6 to 7 cups of stock to this as we go along. Kaboom! Put that in there. Add a little bit more yumminess. We're going to Yummyville even as we speak. Are you ready? Yes. Are you really ready?
I'm so ready.
This is going to be beautiful. Look at this cheese, and we'll just put that in there real nicely. Now, I've got a nice Parmigiano Reggiano that we've already grated here. Look at that. Are you kidding me? And now we'll put just a little bit of that basil over the top. We're going to shave a little bit of Parmesan on there. Now that,
look at that,
is a Carolina Gold rice Purloo. I want to thank you so much for joining me here. I'm Mark Pollard, store manager and lead chef instructor. This is my friend Alan White from White's Appliance. We want to thank you for joining us here at Charleston Cooks, located 200 North Main Street in the heart of downtown Greenville. We are your local culinary experts. We'll see you next time on Carolina Cooks.
And we certainly welcome Charleston Cooks to our really big TV show here. Didn't you like that? Did you learn something?
Yes, they might even turn me into a cook.
They might.
That's hard work.
Miracles happen, don't
Miracles do happen.
Well, and they will be providing us with a recipe every month. Okay. Let's take a break. What do you want?
Right.
We'll run out for breakfast. We'll be back in 3 minutes.
Sounds good.
More show.